Hey guys, Mutantcowboy here, and in this Division 2 video, I basically just want to go over some of the things that seem to be confusing some people, and apparently it is basically just causing a lot of people on YouTube to put out videos, telling you what to do, what should you do next, how should you prepare for Title Update 8, how should you prepare for Warlords of New York. A lot of these videos were put out before we actually knew what was happening. And one of the biggest problems that I'm seeing is that people have been told to, hoard all these items or farm all these items or save this thing or get this thing. What actually is coming out from Twitter and Frederick Thylander is that a lot of this stuff that we're doing now is completely useless. So the question must be asked, what should you be doing to prepare for Title Update 8? And the simple, short, sweet answer is nothing. I know that's probably not what you want to hear. Now, there are some things that you could do. For example, if you don't have any of the blueprints, if you're still missing some of those hidden side missions or whatnot, go out and get the blueprints. That's probably the most important thing you can do right now. Another thing you can do is if you've got the specialization side stuff that you haven't done, you haven't unlocked a specialization or you haven't unlocked a blueprint from those, go kill some time and go do those. And the reason I say these kind of things is because this stuff will carry over. So once you hit level 40, your blueprints will actually become level 40. But if you're trying to hoard god roll gear so you can deconstruct it for your level 40 character, well, it's not going to work that way. Basically what's happening is gear is going to be divided into 1 to 30 and then 31 to 40. So if you have a gear score 500 item and it's god roll and you're like hoping to save it for recalibration, it's not going to work. All your 500 gear is going to be reserved for 1 to 30 recalibration. So that means you're not going to be able to use those rolls on anything over 30. So basically all of your 31 gear, all of your 40 gear, that stuff will require its own recalibration Pokedex, I guess, or recalibration stat range. All that old gear you have is only going to be good if you are keeping a level 30 character. If you are not advancing into Warlords of New York, if you're just staying with the base game, then you can farm whatever you want and save it for your Pokedex. If you are actually getting Warlords of New York and you're actually getting the expansion, you're going to New York, then all this old gear is completely useless to you. So basically anyone who's telling you to go farm named items or go farm like these god rolls or go buy this thing from the vendor or go get these mods, it's not going to work like that. The stuff that you are getting now is pretty much, for all intents and purposes, useless for your level 40 character. And in addition to that, the exotics. Now there's a little bit of confusion when it comes to the exotics. Some people are saying to farm the exotics, some people are saying not to. Now I don't know how it's going to happen. I don't know if you're going to have to actually refarm every single exotic. Right now it basically works like if you've gotten the exotic, if you have it in your inventory, if you have it in your blueprints, you have a chance of finding it in the open world. I don't know how that's going to work at level 40 or in New York. I don't know if you'll have to actually reacquire it all again. Now there was some slight clarification on Twitter, and that's basically any exotics that you have that are actually under the exotic tab of your crafting bench, those can actually be acquired at level 40. I guess you just have to craft them again, and then I guess you'll get the 40 blueprint or something. I'm not exactly sure how it's going to work, but if you have them and they're under the exotic tab, you can craft them at 40. But the ones that are under the upgrade, they are not going to be available, at least right away. I'm not sure if they're going to be changed later or how that's going to work, but that obviously they'll let us know in the future. But going out and farming the exotics currently, like let's say you have the blueprint, but you don't have a 500 one. Like you don't need a 500 one because it's not really going to do anything for you. So going out and farming extra exotics really doesn't mean that much. So like I said, if you're trying to farm gear now, it's really just kind of a waste. You might want to save up some mods just because you're obviously not going to have the mods right away, and you can basically put those on your gear. So that will actually help you out a little bit. Just like the skill mods or the gear mods. You can keep those until you find better ones. With the current gear, the way it's going to work, having a whole bank full of level 500 gear is going to do absolutely nothing for you. You're not going to get any benefit from it. You're not going to be able to save those stats or save those talents. That's all going to be reserved for gear score 500 stuff and world tier 5 stuff. So if you're actually moving to New York, you know, don't worry about farming things. Don't worry about really saving that much, because it's not going to help you out. Now, if you have that stuff, you know, I would just say keep it for after the update, because, you know, we don't know how the changes are going to go. So, I mean, your build might be kind of trash, right? Yeah, I mean, you don't want to go into New York with just a junk build that doesn't work. I mean, you'll obviously swap out things as you gain levels, but, you know, at least having a nice base to work with before you go into New York, you know, that'll be a good thing, you know. So you'll just be basically, you'll log in on update day and be able to, you know, just change out any pieces that you might have that kind of got rolled into a spot that you didn't like, or at least didn't fit your build style. So, you know, save your current stuff, but going out and farming new stuff just to, you know, have a big giant vault of things that you can deconstruct, it's not going to work very well. Alright guys, that'll do it for this video. Nice, short, and sweet. Just trying to help you out. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.